listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Anger Management After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Anger Management After Show.
This is the best music. Hey everybody, Bing is for doing, and we are here doing the season premiere of season 2 for Anger Management. This is episodes 1 and 2. Charlie loses it at a baby shower / Charlie's dad visits. I'm your host, Anna Koppel, and here with me this evening.
Hi, I'm Kaissi. Welcome.
What's up, everybody? I'm Derrial, Christon, and we are happy to be back.
We're super happy to be back. Lauren will be joining us next week.
Yes,
so we miss you tonight, Lauren, but you have the full team here, guys. We won't let you down. So yeah, they did a double episode premiere last season as well. So it's a little bit confusing, but we'll try to make this as concise as possible. We met some new people. Same group returned. Although we didn't meet the prison group this week.
Not this week.
Hopefully they'll be back in future episodes. But we have the same core group. We met a couple of new people.
We did.
My favorite being Little Eddie, or Little Ed.
It's hilarious. I'm still laughing about that.
I mean, she was awesome.
She was great. The whole storyline was great. Just even the fact that, you know, the whole lesbian thing, and she ended up not being a lesbian, but she, you know, they ended up finding out she was this sex freak.
Yeah.
So
not a lesbian, but a little slutty.
But a little slutty.
Yeah.
What I loved was Patrick. He was so excited that Ed's daughter was gay. After all, and first of all, Ed looks a little bit thinner this season.
Yeah, he did look like he lost
Patrick
weight.
Or Ed.
Ed, the older gentleman, Ed.
I thought Patrick looked much thinner.
I feel like everybody looked a little.
Maybe they saw themselves on camera and thought, oh.
They all got trainers on their time off.
Yeah.
But I did love the fact that Patrick was so just wanting to tell. I'll pay money. I'm gonna tell you, your daughter's a lesbian.
Right.
Right. Although I felt in his approach with Ed that he was actually very gentle about it. They were out for drinks. Again, we saw the return of Brett Butler as the bar manager. But when they were having that conversation, I felt that Patrick was actually pretty gentle.
Well, he tried to be. He tried to be gentle before Ed was like, stop delivering, stop prancing around the way you guys do. Just come out with it. And he's like, your daughter is gay.
It's a pretty good Ed impression.
Thanks.
It really
I was impressed.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. Why did Patrick feel like he needed to tell Ed? Like, why did he feel like it was his position to tell Ed the information?
I think, and this is all speculation, it's just my opinion, but all throughout season 1, Ed gave Patrick so much crap for being gay, and there was just and I felt like that was the majority of a lot of the funny scenes with just Ed, just like the old man, just being completely homophobic, and then Patrick, I just thought it was hilarious, and so this was almost Patrick's way of getting back.
That's true.
This was his,
Yeah. Let me tell him.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll give you money right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That he took a lot from Ed. So.
And we saw a lot more of Patrick, I feel like, this episode than we have from last season. It seems like they're really developing his character and letting us see who he is a little bit more than what we saw kind of like the first season, I feel like.
Yes, absolutely. And hopefully that will be true with the whole group. I think we got to know Patrick and Nolan the most. in this this episode or two, and we can get into that in just a moment. I really quickly just want to touch on we also met Meredith, who I think we were asking each other this question while we were watching. But did we know that Charlie had a sister last season?
I don't remember it being a conversation. And even with Martin being kind of introduced last season too, it was never really mentioned. So I was surprised by that.
I kind of think with the beginning scene with his daughter Sam and the letter, I think that was their way of saying we haven't touched on this before, because when he gets a letter from his sister that was never mentioned and his daughter never even knew that she had an aunt, I think that was the way that the writers could say, hey, we're going to introduce a new character, a close relative, a sister, but this is why, because she's so horrible, so we haven't said anything. So I don't think they have mentioned it, and Sam not even knowing that she had an aunt was their way of letting the audience know, hey,
it's okay that we haven't mentioned this. Yes. Sam doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and that's a fun little trick for the writers, because then they get to play that game forever.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we forgot about this one too.
Yeah. Well, I think I the mom's going to appear at some point down the line. I mean, that's one part, one character that they haven't really shown us or developed yet. So I feel like that's coming sometime this season, probably.
Have they talked about the mother at all?
Nothing that I've seen.
I don't recall, but they may have. They must have.
But they didn't talk about Meredith, and see what we got.
And here she is.
Hey, here she is.
So, how do you feel about meeting Charlie's sister? Did we like that? Did we not like that? Did it make sense?
I really felt like it was just giving us kind of like an area and a scene for the real thing, which was Kate and Charlie. Yeah. That's all it was. I mean, I thought she was fun. I thought she was negative and judgmental and is exactly what she needed to be, but it was just to touch on Kate and Charlie's relationship. Kate's fear of and Charlie's, need to have her support and her,
Not a lot to say about Meredith herself.
Meredith herself? No. I mean, she played the role correct. Who was the actress? Who was the actress that played that role?
I don't know. I've seen her a lot, but I will have to research that. If someone knows, they should call in and tell us.
Absolutely, comment.
Or definitely give us a little rate and comment on iTunes. 5 stars. We've earned it, I think. We've been here for 5 minutes, so I think it's like a star a minute. It's great. So
yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, I don't know if you guys noticed, my interpretation of Meredith was that she was kind of a combination of Charlie and Kate's character, because she was, like you were saying, kind of sarcastic and had the little jokes going back and forth with Charlie. She reminded me kind of both of them in one character.
Interesting. They said.
Jinx.
Yeah. So one of us doesn't need to be here, but but yeah, that's an interesting take.
Yeah, it was just it's something I observed when I was watching. I was like, because she's kind of sarcastic. She kind of she has a little bit of humor. She's a little bitter. Kind of reminded me of Kate in that sense, but. Oh, go ahead. So do it.
No, that's fine. But that actually, I just had an apostrophe. Do you think that maybe that's why Charlie finds this kind of attraction to Kate? Is that in some weird
gross,
Oedipus type way that there's a little bit of his sister who he hates, and yet but Kate kind of has that resemblance? No.
Well, I would say that that's probably true, because look at the way they say that men are attracted to people who are like their women, or to people like their women, who are like their mother, and then women tend to kind of be attracted to someone who's like their dad. And sure, maybe there is something in there that he even though he talked about them being competitive and how they had this kind of weird relationship, that secretly, not that he loves his sister, but he wants someone who's like his sister.
Yeah, or there's that familiarity.
It's also a popular popular psychology that. Until we're done working out our family stuff, that we sort of gravitate to the same types of relationships until we work out that garbage.
Look to fix it or replay it, hash it out again.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that would make sense.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's the last of his sister? Do you think that this was just kind of like a cameo? Do you think that she'll be returning?
I think she'll be back.
I think she'll be back. I agree with that. She wasn't a big enough of a celebrity name to just be a cameo. Mm-hmm. I think they're establishing something.
And then there's 2 things that I noticed that they didn't show. They didn't show her baby's daddy, whoever that was, which I feel like could be a storyline down the next season. And then also back to the mom could appear. And then why wasn't Martin at the baby shower?
Oh,
These are just, I don't know. My mind was...
You're so smart.
Yeah, I'm coming back
so
fresh
observant.
and smart. See what happens
so
when you don't see me for a couple months? I come back really smart. Yeah.
He napped before this, guys.
Well, maybe it's because Meredith is really bitter and didn't want her father there for some reason.
Is she as bitter with Martin as Charlie is? I didn't catch that part.
To my knowledge, Charlie stole her money eons ago, and it's just these small
kids.
These small stupid things that they can't get over, and
Right.
it's just like it's silly. And for him to be a therapist and to be like, you should be able to move past your little adolescent, it's silly.
Yeah.
It's just silly.
Well, speaking of crazy therapists,
Nice segue.
Kate seemed extra crazy to me the introduction to this season. We talked a lot about there seems to be a conscious decision to make her much harsher this season. Like
gothy almost. Her hair is very, very dark. Makeup is really, really dark.
Her hair seems darker. She looks much more angular.
Yeah.
And angry.
Yeah.
And
I actually think it goes with her facial structure really well. And to contrast that, Charlie's ex-wife seems to be a little blonder.
She did.
It's very hey, good and evil.
And Jennifer is a little bit. She's sweeter. She's softer. So yeah.
Yeah. So she's blonder and Kate is very edgy, and so it's hey, let's black eyeliner. It'll fix that one.
Yeah, but she's edgy S&M club edgy. The way they're dressing her. I mean, I'm sorry, but dark brown or that sort of, I don't know, aubergine lipstick doesn't belong at a baby shower.
But I think that's sort of the point.
Yeah, she didn't belong at the baby shower.
She didn't belong there. Listen, Selma Blair is still sexy and hot to me, but she's definitely harder. Yeah. I feel like this season, and maybe it's because of kind of what happened with them last season with their emotions, and Charlie was getting a little bit more attached to her, and maybe this is her way of kind of still keeping it separate. Let's draw the line. This is still just about sex and therapy.
Mm-hmm. She called a baby a parasite.
She did call the baby a parasite.
She said, I hate babies. They have no concept of my importance. This is everything I was saying about her last season, guys. It seems to be really magnified.
Well, and I have to say, it's really funny. It's almost now that I know, but before season 1, I really didn't like Selma Blair's character because I didn't know it. Now going in, I already knew what Selma Blair's character was like. So now I'm accepting that is her character, and I'm just gonna let her go with it. And I enjoyed her the past 2 episodes. Actually, I did. I liked it because I feel like, she has to be contrasting. She has to be. And even so, I knew that she was gonna win the game.
The wedding game.
Yeah.
Newlywed
game.
The newlywed game. And I was like, that would be the kicker. That would be the ironic part about the whole baby shower is that they know so much about each other.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, going into on their drive over there, and she said something like, relationships are just idle chit chat in a car until they die, and relationships are just about them farting at each other in bed. It's like, boo-hoo. It just sounds like a girl in college or something. That
she's being a little Debbie Downer.
Yeah, well, we get it. You've been hurt. You've been really hurt. You're damaged. It's just like, you're a therapist. Grow up.
Yeah.
How old is she supposed to be playing?
I think 40.
Probably 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I think at a certain age, men find that sort of unattainable and sexy, but at 40, it's not cute anymore. Yeah. I think, in my opinion.
Well, I still thought it was quite funny that they won the game. Out of all her negativity, they were pretty much beating all the other couples.
They still know each other.
They know each other.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. And so maybe there's a little, I hate to say it, but maybe there's a little truth to, I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, but maybe there's a little truth to a long relationship versus something that's kind of their form of relationship, which is just, I guess, just a booty call, Do you think that there might be a difference or a truth to what Kate's saying in the episode, that if you are a couple that you lose all that other stuff?
They are everything that a couple is minus the title. I mean, they're a booty couple. They also have years and years of a best friendship. So,
right.
Well, and I also think there is a stigma when you get together with somebody, when you have a wife, a husband, there's the idea of what you think your husband should be. You put them in that hole, and then, you know, that's when you stop listening to each other. They know who they are. They, you know, they have great sex. Everything else sprouts from that. But I do think that they have a more functioning relationship in this non-relationship than most married couples, and I think that scares the crap out of Selma Blair. So she just wants to, or I'm sorry, Selma Blair's character, Kate. So that is just, you know, she just doesn't. So she has to have sex in the car on the side of the road in order to kind of just feel, you know, disconnect.
Right.
And this is my other thing I kind of picked up on, which I'm assuming this is probably true. Jennifer, Meredith called Kate Jennifer when she walked into the room, which is Charlie's ex-wife. So they've never met. Well, I guess they haven't ever met if he's never really talked about his sister, but she's never seen a picture of her or anything.
10 years though. It's been 10 years since they've talked. Isn't that how long it's been?
Right, but they did meet because she said, "What happened to you? You used to be so cute."
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and
and your hair.
And
your hair.
What about your makeup? You look so goth.
Yeah. Earth tones, ladies, earth tones.
That was funny.
Oh my.
Yeah. Oh my. Well, I'm done with this subject. How about you? Working on my segues, guys. Working on my segues.
Hey, it's all good.
Yeah. But we are talking about sort of the old relationships being revisited, and new and developing relationships. And one of those is definitely, we sort of touched on before, is Patrick and Nolan. Mm-hmm. Now, up until I think at the very end of season 1, I knew nothing about Nolan.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not. There's Nolan. There's some room. I think Nolan needs some room to grow. I mean, he's not really on my faves list right now.
Yeah.
I just think he kind of needs to grow some backbone. I don't understand that he has anger issues. He just seems like such a.
Well, we learned that he always falls asleep after panic attacks.
Yeah.
And we learned about that traumatic story with his dad was a Marine, and he pulled him by the tie.
He's traumatized by his father, tie pulling. Yeah, I mean, the only thing we really know about Nolan before tonight was that he's in love with Lacey, and that continued again tonight.
Right. Got a little creepier.
Got a little creepy with the little bear with the camera. You know, I see where you were going with it, Nolan, but it did get a little scary.
At least he's making an effort, though. You know, A+ for that.
Oh, that's
Nolan.
an effort.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the camera. Put this next to your bed.
But I would agree with Dua. I don't know if he's my favorite character yet. You know, out of the lining of the other characters, but you know, he's got room for us to learn more about him as we're starting to sort of see. So we'll see what happens.
He has room for us to learn anything about him.
Yeah. A little bit more backstory.
Nolan.
Poor Nolan.
But we did also learn about Patrick, and I think he sort of offered his services to personal shop. Hey, if you look better, you'll feel better. Yeah. But then that didn't really work out for him. He's
Is that a little just stereotypical for a gay character, though? No. To always be like in the fashion
To be in the fashion maybe. This is where you're gonna get upset that the show does stereotypes.
I think they play into a lot of stereotypes on this show.
Don't worry about the subtle
Patrick
racism.
just adds to 1 of 10 that's already on the show.
Oh, but he's in fashion, so it's a little offensive.
Too much.
Oh dear. Yeah. Well, the intimacy got to be too much for him.
Yeah.
The crying.
He's definitely scared of that.
Yeah. The hugging.
Yeah.
All of it.
That I can agree with. It's too much. It does get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dua doesn't kiss on the mouth. I've heard.
Uh-oh. I'm not going to even mess with that.
Probably best that you don't. I don't know why I did.
Oh.
On that note.
I like Marissa over there. It's just like laughing.
Marissa, the sound engineer, is in the house, and she is finding us quite comical tonight, which is a good thing. We don't want to disappoint you.
I always worry with Marissa, though. Like, is she laughing at the jokes, or is she just laughing at what idiots we are?
Maybe it's a combo.
All right, good.
Laughing at the ridiculousness.
Good. Okay, Martin Sheen seems to be a series regular at this point.
I love it. I love the Martin.
Yes. I'm a huge Martin Sheen fan. I think he's great. I loved it when he tried to pee in the closet.
That was great.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love the manipulation going on between father and son.
They were my favorite scenes to watch tonight. Charlie and Martin together.
They were or weren't?
They were. They were my favorite scenes to watch. I loved the scene where where Charlie walks into the kitchen and Martin is sitting at the table with a beer in his shoe, like a beer cozy, and Martin and Charlie's like, you know, I'm not gonna let this stop me. I'm gonna play right into it. So he grabs a beer, he takes off his shoe, he puts it on the table, and he puts the beer in the shoe. And you could see Martin Sheen for a minute just be like, wait a minute, what? It was hilarious.
You know, I actually found that to be a very sweet moment, a very sweet scene, even though, yeah, he was trying to sort of call Martin out. I still thought it was sweet that he was joining his dad with a beer in a shoe.
I will join you in this ridiculous sham because I know that you're faking, and I will just play along.
Yeah.
To prove my point.
The only part that I was disturbed was the scene right before that when Sam found the Martin's shoes in the refrigerator.
Yeah, you didn't care for that.
And I did not care for that because Charlie took those shoes out and he put them on the counter next to the cutting board where you cut your meat and your vegetables and you cook. And I don't know, I just could see all the dirt on the bottom of his shoe. It was really disturbing me that was, you know, maybe it's just a personal thing, sorry.
No, it's, I mean, I see that. I see that. That's not
germy.
It's
Yeah.
germy.
Yeah,
It's germy.
you know.
Like, yeah, that's fine. That's not OCD. OCD is cleaning off the kitchen counter 100 times before you cook anything.
That's very true.
You're fine. It's all about
I am so glad you used that word, though, because that is almost an inconsistency in the story, because Sam's character is supposed to be OCD. So it wouldn't make sense for Charlie as a father to put the shoes right on the counter.
That's a good point.
Because that would make her crazy.
That's
he
a
would
good
be
point.
more caring than that.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, if it made you crazy, you're not even OCD.
I'm not that I know of. Maybe
we
secretly.
just busted this wide open.
Yeah. Let's write a strongly worded letter.
Well, maybe she's on medication.
Well, sure, but
Yeah. I also like the scene where Martin had the ice cream bar and they were watching him through the camera, and then he walks into the kitchen and he's like, suckers or whatever.
too easy.
Too
Yeah,
easy.
Well, yeah. That's if Charlie knows what his father is doing, his father is probably 2 steps ahead. It's the older generation.
Sure.
And was anyone else disturbed by the fact that when they went back to to Martin's apartment, that it was basically a dump? I mean, that couch was like Brady Bunch 1970s couch.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. You know what I mean? I was like, I mean, you know, Charlie's got this nice mansion of a house. So I was like, can he get like some IKEA furniture at least in there or something going on? I don't know.
Well, maybe it was just saying how old he was. Like, this is his age. I feel like, I mean, my grandmother's house has very, very dated furniture in it still. And I think that's just the way what she feels comfortable in. So I would...
Well, it would seem that he spends a lot of time shacking up with the ladies.
Clearly, he's the man with the ladies.
So maybe we're led to believe that. I also think they probably didn't want to waste a ton of money on set design because it's moving in with Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also there's a certain identity with the scene. It's like you should be able to look, I think you should be able to look at any living room set or anything and be like, okay, I know that this is Nolan's apartment. I know that this is Lacey's apartment. I know that this is, you know, I think that they were just letting you know whose place it was just like through, you know, older furniture. And yeah, he does need to is he going to move in with Charlie? Is that what's going to happen now? Is that where we're going to?
I think that's kind of what we were led to believe at the end of the episode, that he is moving in.
There's going to be 8 packs of pudding and grapefruit juice in the house. We know that. That much we know.
And then also the fact that I wanted to know how long the charade, he was going to be able to keep the charade of playing someone who has Alzheimer's. That could not be an easy task to consistently play that, fake that in the house.
Yes, as Charlie Sheen as the character. Martin as the character.
As the character Martin,
not
yes.
as the actor. Yes, agreed. That would be difficult.
That'd be hard. I mean, you'd have to do it
also
all the time. It would get old after a while.
My dad's been doing it with me for the past like 10 years. I don't know. It's just like conveniently faking. Anyway, not funny. Not funny. Knock on wood. That'll never happen.
I was like, really? No, wait. I didn't know if I should laugh or be sad. I'm like, whoa, I'm not touching that one.
Yeah, just.
This is too personal.
Just got weird.
Yeah, just got weird
and
in the
awkward.
room. Got weird in the room and awkward.
Well, I don't have anything left to say on either episode. I would like to get into some news and gossip unless.
Yeah, do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm loving your segues today, by the way. They're great.
I think we should have a let's do it music.
Nice. Do
Do it. Let's do it. I think we should have
I'm all
an
in on
AFTERBUZZ seminar on just segues, maybe even if it's just for me, because I could really use the help.
Just segues.
Just segues. Hosted by Kevin Undergaro.
Do you want to get started with news and gossip?
Please, yes. So, Selma Blair appears topless in her spooky new thriller called In Their Skin. Totally nude.
So she's in her skin and in their skin.
It's called In Their Skin, yes. What's great about this, though, I know you can't see, but, somebody please go look at a picture online. But somebody back me up how great she looks. She's pregnant while she was filming this.
No way.
She looks incredible.
Is there a way we can do
a
a close flash of that picture?
Can I do that?
Probably not.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, she looks
Her body looks amazing, that's for sure.
She was
It
pregnant,
does.
and she gave birth something like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks after filming was complete. So.
Filming was complete. I was like, not after this.
Yeah. She just went right off set, gave birth,
It's like,
and then
okay,
just
my
went back to
scene's
filming.
over. Let me go
Yeah.
take care of this business right here.
Scene's over. My water broke.
Yeah, no, but she was filming there. It's crazy. Anyway, this is making great audio. So, UK is premiering the season 2 premiere. It's premiering season 2 premiere of Anger Management on Comedy Central Wednesday, January 30th at 10 p.m. And they're going with the full 90 episode re-release.
Nice.
Just like we are.
So we're going to be here for a
Excellent.
long time.
We're gonna be
Yes,
here.
Get used to our voices.
Yeah, love it. That's all I have for news and gossip. I know you have a bunch to.
Well, I just have a few things. First of all, if you are an Anger Management fan and you'd like to catch season 1 of Anger Management, it was available on DVD January 4th. So you can buy the whole season and watch it again and again and again.
What about Blu-ray?
FX, I'm sure. Or you could probably just watch it stream it on a number of different Netflix, Hulu. FX is airing in a new format. It's a 45 episode per year format. So just to let you know, that's going to be 90 episodes in 2 years. Very, very small break for all of the actors. So we're actually not even going to be taking a break. It's going to be an episode. We'll be here every single Thursday. We will be here. Charlie Sheen. So congratulations, Mr. Charlie Sheen. He is going to be a grandfather. For the 47-year-old is going to the 47-year-old is going to be a grandfather later this year. Cassandra Estevez, his first daughter, who is 28, is set to give birth. So Charlie Sheen has been on a little bit of a generous streak, if you will. So it started with $100,000 that he gave to Lindsay Lohan for her taxes, which he did mention that she didn't even thank him. But then she later sent him a note and roses, thanking a note and flowers, thanking him for the $100,000 to get her out of her tax issues.
But it's my understanding. I'm sorry to interrupt you. That
that's fine.
she only sent those flowers after he announced on, I think, Craig Ferguson, that she never thanked him.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep. It was after an interview where he said he hasn't even gotten a text to say thank you that she thanked him.
Yeah.
Hey, better late than never.
Yeah, real classy.
Yeah,
Wins.
He also has donated $75,000 to 10-year-old Jasmine Falk to beat a rare type of cancer she needed surgery for. And this is the daughter of a Hermosa Beach police officer. His body double also donated $25,000 to make a total of $100,000 to help little Jasmine. And
his body double is donating too?
Or his stunt double. His stunt double.
His stunt double.
I was like, he has a body double? Really?
Stunt double.
Like, okay.
Better keep a spare.
Whoa, don't show that chest, Charlie.
Just for parts,
And he also donated, I don't know what, he's just giving away money left and right.
Can he, listen, I'll give you my address. It's no problem.
AfterBuzz could use some money.
And AfterBuzz, yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, can't forget AfterBuzz.
He donated $12,000 to pay for the funeral of the paparazzi that was just killed trying to get a photo of Justin Bieber as well. So that's really, really nice. And
it would have been nice if J Beebs had donated that, but it's good that Charlie Sheen came through.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen's just like...
Way to call out. You just called out Justin Bieber like that.
You heard it here first.
Oh,
AfterBuzz
my.
TV exclusive.
Oh, my. Well, yeah.
Sorry,
you know what?
JB.
You're absolutely correct.
I like your new single, though.
It does reportedly, Charlie Sheen is dating Georgia Jones, the porn star.
He likes
kissed her
those
on.
porn stars.
He does like the porn stars.
Where did he kiss her?
He kissed her on New Year's.
Is that what they call it these days? New Year's.
Yeah. Not kissed her on the. Yeah.
On the New Year's.
Yeah, kissed
Weird kissed her on, and he was like, "What?"
On.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's wrap it up here.
He keeps a girl.
Yeah.
That guy keeps a girl.
Yeah.
And he keeps them in a certain industry as well.
Yeah, for anybody who is a big Charlie Sheen fan right now, he's totally doing the media circuit right now. He was on Dr. Oz. He gave a great interview, and I do think he's like OCD, neurotic, and crazy. But what's great about him is he's honest.
Yeah.
He'll mess up, he'll apologize for it, but he is who he is, and it's just it's plastered out there for the world to see. But
warlock.
He's a little kooky.
Yeah, even when you had talked about him being a grandfather, I did see something that he said that even though he is going to be a grandfather, he's still going to be who he is.
Yes.
So he said, I'm still going to be the same Charlie. So basically, that grandkid is going to have a lot of fun.
Right. I mean, if
Hope
being
it's
a
a
father
boy.
didn't change.
What would being a grandfather do?
Yeah.
No, Brooke Muller is she still in rehab? This is his ex-wife who apparently went to rehab 19 times. She went in for her 19th time for an apparent Adderall addiction. So, and then her kids had to stay with Denise Richards. It's a nice, big, happy family.
That's a nice.
It's a modern family.
The new normal. Is that
Yes.
the new normal?
Yeah. Or the new
Hollywood
abnormal.
Yeah, the new half normal.
The new abnormal.
I didn't know that they had rehab for Adderall. But,
Yeah.
yeah, all right.
Well, I think drug abuse is drug abuse.
Yeah.
All right, fair. We're not here to argue that.
But it was an apparent drug overdose because they tried to wake her up and she wouldn't respond when she was napping. I mean, that's me every day. I'm just a heavy sleeper, so I just, I don't understand that totally. But apparently, she was unable to. She was not responsive while taking a nap. So that's it. That's all I got.
The only thing I have is actually that it's ironic because Martin was on this episode, but it's out of the Huffington Post. It says that Charlie Sheen still gets starstruck working with his dad on anger management, which is cool because we see Charlie and Martin's relationship blossom on the show. Charlie said, apparently Sheen the quote is that apparently Sheen gets starstruck at times when working with his father. Charlie said, it's so cool when Captain Willard from the Apocalypse turns to you and says, how should I play this line, he said.
Aww.
That's really sweet, Charlie.
Aww.
That is sweet.
But apparently they don't have a lot of time to relax and enjoy the experience. According to Sheen, they film 2 episodes a week, and he can barely remember what happened in the episode before it airs on television. Hopefully that's the only reason, because they're filming so much, is why Charlie can't remember what happened on the episode before that. But that's a whole different subject.
Good
I love
call.
you, Charlie.
He did say that he is no longer on hard medication. He was on a lot of testosterone during the whole crazy thing, though.
Yeah, 2 episodes a week is a lot.
That's a lot of
It
fun.
is.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
All right, well, predictions?
Sure. I got a couple.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Anybody?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go.
My prediction is that Kate and Charlie will once again continue to get closer this season, but I think that they're going to have like another moment where it's going to get very uncomfortable for them because they realize how much they truly do love each other and that they want to take the relationship to a further place. I think Kate's going to come over to the side of where Charlie really wants their relationship to be and make it a little bit stronger and more commitment with the relationship.
That's very sweet.
It's
Because my
one of those days.
prediction.
It's one of my sweet days today.
My prediction. You always have sweet days.
Thanks.
My prediction is that Kate is going to soon have a stroke because she's so
Wow.
filled with hate that it's just going to overwhelm her body.
Wah, wah, wah.
Man.
What did I tell you about that?
I know. I did that. That's why I did it.
Can't wait to hear that story.
I don't really have a prediction. All I want to say is, I know that we mentioned last season about how I still think Emilio Estevez is going to come and guest star, and that's what I want, and that's what I would like, and I would like my prediction to be true. So this is what, as far as guest stars go, I would like to see Emilio Estevez on the show.
Do you think he'll be part of the family or he'll be just like a completely different character on the show?
I don't know. I mean, apparently he could be a brother that they never heard of.
True.
Or it would be hilarious if he was actually a son of Martin's that he never knew about.
Yeah, that
Because he
would be.
always got on Charlie Sheen,
Yeah.
or on Charlie about about infidelity, but he wasn't. He
affairs.
was. Oh, there it is.
That would be funny.
That would. Yep.
Where can we find everybody?
Oh, sure. Hi, I'm Dua Kaissi. You can find me here every Thursday nights or on Monday nights, buzzing about Shaws of Sunset, or on Twitter, DuaKaissi.
You can find me, I'm Derrial Christon at DerrialChriston on Facebook and Twitter.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Koppel for Mayor, KOPPELFORMAYOR. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.